Hey Leo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Welcome to your love reading. We're going to be getting tarot advice on love at the very end of the reading. Make sure you stick around till then. That's really helpful. And until then, let's get messages immediately. I want to first say thank you so much for stopping by the treehouse today and spending time with me. And if you'd like for me to send you my prayers, send you my good energy, say hi in the comments section. It's part of my spiritual practice to do so. Only good energy, good vibes in this space, and I seal that with my intention. So, and if you are shy like myself, you don't have to state what you want prayers about. You can just put an emoji there. I just need something to focus on, really, that represents you. And I encourage all of you guys to do that for each other, because that's something we all have the power to do, right? All right, you guys, messages about love for my Leos. What kind of adventure are we on today? I always say the same joke, but it's like, man, this is like all my excitement. It's like watching a movie. All my excitement for the day is in Leo readings. So, Leo, love. Only taking the cards that fly out on their own. We don't force anything. Already, those two came up together in the pre-shuffle. Death card and the Two of Cups. This is going to be interesting. It's not subtle. So what I'm going to do is we're going to lay out these cards. I'm going to give you an idea of where we're going here. And then we are going to unpack these cards to get a clearer meaning. So we've got the Death card. And the Death card talks about a natural ending to things. And of course, it's not fair to bring up the Death card without mentioning how important the rebirth aspect of the Death card is. So whenever you are closing up a chapter on something, I mean an ending, you might be saying goodbye to old relationships or a relationship. You might be saying goodbye to old friend groups that came with that. But you're also saying hello to new friend groups, to new opportunities, to new jobs, to new tasks, skills, passions, blah, blah, blah. You get it. So this will be really interesting to unpack in a moment. We have Two of Cups, which talks about a partnership. And not just any partnership. This is one that can have real harmony. So I'm very interested in that. Seven of Cups talks about all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes it's important to be able to choose between the illusion of options or the illusion, just basically illusion and reality. And then we have Emperor, Aries energy, taking control of a situation. Seven of Pentacles, a moment of pause, looking at what you're building and the decision to either go forward and keep moving towards what you've been investing towards, or do you change it up? Do you turn around, go a different direction? So let's unpack these. With the Death card, for Leo in relationship and love, we have messages coming in. Tell me more. For Leo and love, all right. This is acting funny. I'm going to take it. Okay, there you are, your energy with the King of Wands. Let's get some messages on Two of Cups. If they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them. Beautiful. There's some healing here in a relationship. Seven of Cups. Okay, I'm getting an idea. This is going in a good direction for you guys. But I will say, your imagination is kind of your worst enemy. So reality is going in actually a beautiful direction. You just have to have faith. And sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between our intuition and our gut, which is very rarely wrong. It's always, even if it feels wrong, it's usually, if we truly listen to it, it's leading us somewhere important. Sometimes it's hard to see the difference between our gut and our intuition and what's our imagination and what's up here in our heads. And why is that, right? Well, this is very strong because it's based on experience. If you follow what your head is telling you to, right? The overthinking, usually worry, anxiety, all that comes from here, right? You're going to follow a loop right back into your past. right back. You're going to follow your own historical events because it only knows what it's experienced. But it can fool all of us because it's so strong. So I just want to throw that out there right now before we get anything else unpacked. But it's like, it's all good. That's why I got a smile on my face. It's like, don't you worry, boo. Don't you worry. We got the Emperor card with the Emperor, with the High Priestess. This is your gut. This is your intuition, right? High Priestess. She's the woo-woo queen. She rules over that area. Well, she's upside down. So that's being out of touch, and out of touch because something wants to take control. Something just wants to steer the ship. You know, like, let's just do this thing. What's going on? The Emperor just comes in to make decisions. Wow, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. We're not going to feel here, you know. So 7 of Pentacles. What do we have there? Okay. This is building out. We've got Queen of Cups flipping, so we're going to take note, but we have 10 of Cups. We've got a beautiful, happy ending here, but bear with me. Let's, I know, when is she going to stop shuffling, right? But this is a really important story, and I don't want to skip the detail. I want a little bit more about this 2 of Cups, where there's healing, that relationship card, right? That partnership. And here we have the second arrival of our... So, okay, let me show you what I got so far. So you're getting messages. Maybe somebody's coming into town. There's some travel or messages coming through with the 8 of Wands. And there's anxiety and worry, overthinking attached to this, right? Up here. And I feel that this energy is yours. It belongs to you because it's attached to the King of Wands. The King of Wands represents a fire sign, but it doesn't have to be you. Maybe this is another fire sign in the picture. But I'll describe the characteristics in case they more identify with a person that you have in your mind. They're outgoing, charismatic. They're they're passionate. They're driven by their passion. They love the feeling of inspiration and enthusiasm. They have a lot of motivation and ambition naturally. And they don't have to be extroverts, but there is something about their energy that is extroverted if they're not actually quite social. And what else? Yeah, they're motivators. So, very Leo, right? So something about these messages and something about giving you anxiety has to do with an ending, a potential ending. I say potential because remember a little bit ago when I was talking about what you're going to be dealing with is reality versus the imagination. The great big brain here can sometimes not be our friend. So I think there's a sense of anticipation for these messages to arrive. And the anticipation alone is, I think, it's putting you in the wheel as the hamster. Maybe you're losing some sleep at night, overthinking. There might have been words exchanged before. Maybe you're on the outs with the relationship with this person and you're wondering, are they going to deal the last blow? Is this the phone call or is this the trip that ends it all? Because all of this is stemming from the Death card, right? So we've just unpacked the Death card. So next we have, I might have to remove my kittens because they're vandalizing my property. She's stuck. Actually, I can't. I might have to pause the video. She's stuck inside my dresser. It's a daily thing. It's okay. 2 of Cups. So we're unpacking this now. This is the relationship, the partnership. What comes out next is the healing card, okay? Which I love. And what comes out after that? The good old anxiety card that you got previous with the Death card, right? So it's made an arrival too, because it's like, oh, wow. There was ruminating. There's a lot of ruminating. There's reflection on that in Page of Wands. Keeping your mind open. This is the enthusiasm starts coming back, you know. There's a fresh start in a direction. It's good news. It's there's almost a playfulness to it. It's the feeling of what could be. And in the middle of your reading, we have something to reflect on, which is basically sometimes when the, like the illusion of all these options, our daydreams, our assumptions, there's ways that we can jump to conclusions. That's what this feels like, okay? Throw it out if it doesn't resonate, but this is what it feels like. The jumping of conclusions can cause conflict here. It's the cause of the fighting. It's the illusion, the great big brain getting in the way. And what you don't know. All of this is attached to each other. The moon, Piscean energy, rules over the hidden, so also rules over our fears. And what we don't know, our imaginations fill in the blanks. And in this case, it's not doing you any favors. It's creating inner conflict, outer conflict, and that's at the heart of the reading. And everything else is radiating out from it. So that's why I had a smile on my face, because it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And we all have the ability to do that. What it really demonstrates is that you care. Underneath this entire reading is that message, Leo, is you give a damn. And when we don't listen to our intuition, right? She's turned upside down, the high priestess. What takes over is the emperor. You know what? Somebody's got to step in here and call the shots. Gonna do something, gonna say something, gonna make some decisions. Pew, pew, pew. Shoot them dead. And so this is basically kind of the beginning of a balancing that's happening. And it's stemming from an important communication. We have this moment that turns into a very, very happy ending, so to speak, or a happy direction. I won't say ending, but 10 of Cups is like the end all be all direction where we want to go. And this is fulfillment and happiness. And we have the 7 of Pentacles, that pause. Remember I was talking to you about is like taking that pause of like, has it all been worth it? What I've been building towards? And this 4 of Cups, like maybe this is not what I thought it was. An apathy that takes over and then totally flips to the 10 of Cups. So I can stand back from your reading, you guys, and just tell you, like, if you've been worried about something, but you don't have all the information, it's probably not as bad as you think it is. Let's get some advice from Tarot. I promised you. We're going to actually get advice from Oracle. I lied to you. But then that was on top of a promise. And I all had good intentions, so it's okay. So from the Romance Angels deck, we have heart-to-heart conversations. I don't believe it. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Don't leave anything up for your imagination to take control of. Like, don't leave anything for your imagination to do. Like, get it all out of the heart space. Let's do one from the Divine Feather deck. I love this reading, you guys. Pelican, choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration, y'all. Raise your vibration. All right, you guys, I love you. Say hi in the comment section if you'd like for me to send my good energy, and I'll see you very soon for your next readings. October readings. Like